Hello everyone, welcome. This is the first session of D&D. Let's go. We'll get right into it. Let's go meet our players. Alright, well, these are our two players. We have the Abandoned Prince, aka AFM, and we have Duckster. Please introduce yourself for our lovely audiences at home and tell us what you're going to win.
So, I am Duck, and for however long this lasts, I am playing a very human cleric who specializes in healing of most varieties. The character's name is Lafcadio Boone, and yeah.
Colamundo. For our viewers at home, the Fenya or AM or the Abandoned Prince, whatever he wants to be called, will be talking in the tech bubble on the corner. So for him, please adjust your eyes to that. Alrighty. I think that's introductions all out of the way. I will now transport you to the worlds of the Ghost of Saltmarsh. Start with the introduction, as all good DMs do. So, welcome to the world. The sea, yeah, English, damn it. Okay, the seas are threatened to the Saltmarsh to help the loss of waves and seas of the ships. The crews and various ships are here to trading things. They're finding monsters in there. Your great band of adventurers, have been tasked to find this monster to stop attacking their trade ships. When you get this mysterious letter from a friend that somehow has no address on it, but it has come to you anyway, saying that you must come to this small ocean town to help. As you've been adventuring for a while, as you have met each other throughout the journey, you have also met several different people on their way. You've also met a wolf who's currently gone off walkabouts because he's currently not here, and another adventure party who has fallen ill and is quite ill at the moment, so is not travelling at the moment, but they will be here later. Those are the other two party members. So, we will start you off in the grand town. In the other town, which, if I go to the boards, is this one. So you've just arrived to this town. You've received a letter from a friend to deliver to this town with no address other than the town's name. No, that is not the one with the town. There we go. There's the town. I'll just grab your characters. You are roughly by the docks here. And then humanoid, and you were this one. Alrighty, so as you can clearly see from Tell Spy you are at the docks. You've just arrived from the neighbouring town, seeing the hustle bustle of the city with the with with your letter in tow, trying to find the writer of the note. Where do you go?
First of all, I would like to find a tavern. It's a good starting place.
Alright, what does our other party member think? They both. Alright, let's both go. They both want to go to the tavern, so we'll go into the tavern. Yep. 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 You see it's a regular tavern, hustling, bustling, many different people all over the place. A bard in the corner just playing his songs. No one is really listening to him as he's not doing the best, but he's not doing the worst. There are two people on one chair on one side, and then two people on the other side. Roll for investigation to see if there's anyone that stands out to you.
Okay, so first of all, I think perception would be the correct roll here, but either way.
If you want to roll perception, that's good with me, I don't mind.
So that is a big number.
Big number.
22.
22. So you notice a hooded figure on a table on his own, just drinking a thing of mead, not with anyone else on a separate table. He looks quite shifty, like he's not supposed to be there. You want to talk to the bard? Alright, so if you want to go talk to the bard, we'll go over to the bard. So the bard is currently on a torch. Because his music is just on fire. The bard is currently playing his tunes in his own world at the moment. What do you do to convince him? And then I'll go to your turn. Doc in a second to see what you want to do. The bard looks at you and goes, I've seen it roll. I've seen some things, but it might cost you some very coin if you're if you want me to tell it, I'm not going to tell it for nothing, because as I can't afford much, as my family's home has been forgotten. So either roll persuasion if you want to try to space them, or you can pay them off with some coin. Take me about 20 gold pieces if you want it. That's fine. If you need me to roll, I can roll in the game as well. Yeah, I can do it. So 1d20. Oh, that's a d10. Wrong dice.
12, but anyway.
D20. Let's get rid of that one. I'll just go off the d20 dice. So you got a 6. He's not really impressed. He's going,
So 12. It is a 12 total.
It is a 12 total.
6 plus 6.
Oh yeah, so 12. So it's like, alright. So there is so the church has been running things and putting people out of town. They've got rid of most of people's homes to tear down for their massive church. There's a member over there on that table who comes here at least once a week. He doesn't say much, drinks his beer, and then goes back to the church. That's all I can tell you. Would you like to prove some more for the bard, or do you want to go over to the church member? Or do you want to discuss with your confidant? Thanks, pal. Alright, you will go and talk to your confidant. Alright. So you've just been enjoying the music and the beer and the atmosphere while your companion has gone and talked to the bard as he comes up to you.
So, what'd you find out?
As he tells you everything the bard has told him.
Interesting. I think we really should get some information from the church. Well, from the individual from the church.
Alright.
And I would like to make my way over there.
Alright then. So you both go over to the church member who's drinking his beer, who's not paying you no mind. He is currently just full on in his drink.
My good friend, I have a feeling that you are of the religious type.
I am.
We have some questions for you.
I got nothing to say to yous. Why should I pay you no mind? Why should I pay you any mind?
We're looking for out of character, just what is the relation to the letter?
You found the letter on your travels with your companions, and it is all it says is the town's name and then help.
We have located a letter that is said to have come from this town asking for assistance, and are wondering whether you might have any clue.
Well, I recognize the handwriting as that's one of our members. She's gone missing a couple days ago.
Interesting. Any ideas where or what happened?
Full persuasion because he doesn't trust you, but he recognizes the handwriting enough to, you know, tell you that it was the writing.
Ooh, 17.
Well, she did go missing after the last sermon because she stayed behind with the lead member of the church, and no one has seen her since. But we've asked the church leader many of times, "Is she alright?" And the leader of the church is very, very faithful to his religion and everything, and wouldn't do anything unjust. So we trust him that she is fine, just moved out of town. But if there's this letter for help, maybe something has happened.
And for well, just so I don't end up offending someone, who is this? Who does this church worship?
This church worships. Give me a second. It's on a different page, which is annoying. Hermit. Outlander. They worship the. They just worship. They just worship the god of the sea. What is that one called? Can't remember. It should say it here, but it doesn't. It just says the god of the sea, which is annoying. Let me just look this up. Thassa. Tiaswa. I think that's how you
Can
pronounce
you
it.
repeat that?
So Thassa.
Thassa, I
Thassa.
think.
So they worship Thassa, the god of the sea, as they are a sea-bearing town, and all their stuff comes from the sea. So they, you know.
Fair enough.
So you don't.
I must thank you for your time.
No worries.
good
If you
sir.
ever want to come down to the church, we're always looking for new members.
I would take you up on the offer, but I have my own religion.
But anything else you want to do in the tavern before you go back out to town?
So... I don't believe so.
Well, you've asked the bard. The bard told
This
you
is-
that the member on the table was part of the church. The church member told you that the letter is missing. The letter was from a missing member of their church. I think that's everything that you have. That I'm without me going into what you would have found otherwise.
So...
Without trying to spoil
I
it.
think that's... most... Well, I think we have plenty of information to go on here. At least immediately. If we need... Well, if we do end up needing more, we can always come back.
Yep, you can always come back. There's nothing stopping you coming back. Other than if the member of the church disappears. But I'm not going to do that.
Probably.
Probably. I will have to scale down the encounters because it's just you two. We gotta start investing. Should we start with the church or the last whereabouts? He said.
So... I think the church would be a good start, in my opinion. Because we'll at least be able to talk to individuals.
Alright,
But first, I would like to figure out what businesses are around.
are you okay with that,
Or
Alan?
if we...
Yep, you wanna learn about all the businesses? Alright. So we've got Potion Shop, which is down the road a bit. We've got a market for all your fruit and veg needs, and a couple of houses, and no blacksmith in this town, as they don't really need it, as they're not a real they're not much for fighting, as all the armor, all the metalworks goes into the fishing and the fishing harbor.
Fair enough.
I'll put you outside of the tavern. So, where would you like to go?
From what we got from the bard, I don't... Well, the bard and the church member, I don't think we really need that much more in terms of rumors. We've got information, and we have a location to start. So if it's, well, it's really up to you in my opinion, because I've done a little bit, but I think the church would be a good place to head off to next.
Alright, so you both want to go to the church. So you are just outside of the church. Alrighty. Roll perception for to see what you see while in the church.
19?
You see several members. You see a lot of members inside of the church, all praying away to the sea goddess um, that they all pray to. And you see one member that's you see a couple members that are out of place. An older gentleman with a bare gut who doesn't look like he should be there. Two children in the front row and two goblins, which is weird because goblins don't usually support any major religions but their own.
So, do they seem to, well, where do they seem to be within the
So they're
prayer?
so they're about midway through it. They're going like to the we thank for the goddess for the sea that gives us food, and please do not summon the monsters from the depths. You know, usual religious stuff like do not like thank you for them, thank you for this, thank you for that, do not do this, do not smite us down, you know, usual religious sayings. They're about midway
Fair
through it.
enough.
As there's as there's each there's several, you know, you see all the members other than the ones that I've pointed out are wearing the same religious garbs, while the one in the who's doing the sermon has the most elegant one, like it's made out of golden materials, lined with sapphires and rubies and all that type of stuff.
So, I'll whisper to Doffel
Yep.
and say, I think we should wait until they finish their prayer. At least that way we'll not be interrupting anything.
As the priest...
And at this point,
Mm.
we can also use that bit of time to just check out the place.
So would
See
you
if
like...
anything immediately catches our attention.
So you want to have a... So you want to do another perception check to see if there's anything unbecoming of the place? While they're doing this, yep. Both of you roll. Oh, I'll roll for... that's a 1. That's better, but that's
22.
But that's not your roll. So you notice the priest is surrounded by gold as well. The one that is doing the sermon, like he's just surrounded by gold, and there is a gold statue that looks like a figure of a woman in the gold statue.
So, I would like to...
Also, Dope, you see nothing but the ground because you rolled a 1. You're saying this is a lovely floor.
So, I would like to... grab a vibe check of this place.
Sure, go right ahead. It seems like a bit of a cult. It's very culty vibes. Like not like your typical religion, but more of a cult. It's very like you if you're not part of the church, you're not you're you they don't want to deal with you usually.
Fair enough.
Unless you're inebriated.
I'll pass that information across, because that feels important.
Mm. Also, the members without a robe have not been fully initiated, from what you can see. That's also something I should have added. So they might be more inclined to, talk to you. Just helping you guys out a bit. So what do you two want to do, or do you just want to still wait for the sermon to finish?
So, in my opinion, I think sticking around could do us some good. Once it finishes, we might be able to catch one of the people without robes on their way out.
Alright.
Be able to obtain some information, but I'll leave this up to you since you're not particularly inclined for these religious-esque things. And meanwhile, I'm looking at the statue of the woman and would like to see if it has any relation to the religion, well, for what I know of religions.
Alright, well for, I guess religion check? I don't know, what would that be under?
Yeah, it would be religion.
Yeah, so roll for religion check.
So close to a natural 20, but 24.
24. From what you know, it looks like a regular golden statue. Doesn't look like anything to do with the religion at all. The face has been completely gone off the woman's face, though. Like, there's no. Like, the face is gone. Like, it is just. Like, basically, like the Slender Man. Like, nothing. Like, no facial features at all. But a body of a woman with. But completely gold face, but no actual facial features. Hair that's long to about her shoulders.
Aha. Would I be able to tell roughly how far it is from where we are currently standing to the statue?
You are roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away.
Okay.
You're basically just at the doorway of the church. Not quite in the church.
Good to know that the tiles are using the standard system of math. That's good.
You can still see the tail spire thing, can't you?
Yeah. I just wasn't sure of how they, well, what scale they used.
Basically, one tile is.
Whether it was 5-foot or 10-foot tiles.
It's, let's say 5, just for convenience.
I'll whisper, like very quietly, to Doppel and say, I'm gonna head out and cast Detect Magic. Something doesn't quite sit right with the statue. Try not to blow anything up. So I will walk out of the building. And start ritual casting detect magic.
Alright.
So I am technically occupied for about 10 minutes, I think.
Alright. Well, they are...
Yeah.
They're in the last, let's say, 15 minutes of the sermon. So, they're in their last 15 minutes since you've done all this stuff, since you vented and they were halfway through the sermon. They're about at the last 15 minutes of the sermon. So, one of the newer members looks at your party, but doesn't say anything, as he doesn't want to get in trouble with the church. As they continue on with this sermon.
If you have anything in particular you want to do, Doc, that's up to you. Or should I say abandoned prince? Because that's out of character, but still.
Oh, and also the member that was drinking walks past and is now part of the sermon as well. As he almost forgot it was church day. He will probably be punished for that later.
On the upside, at least there's a seat in the back. Past everyone.
He pays you no mind because he is out of his... He's pretty drunk, slurring the sermons as the head priest walks up to him and gives him a nudge on his shoulder, and then goes past back to finishing off his sermon, giving him some sort of sign that he must stay after the sermon is done, as he does not want to do it around the rest of the members. Alright, anything else, or do you just want to wait for your spell to be done and your ritual and for the sermon to be done? As that little detour took about 2 minutes.
I am at the point where I'm just waiting for the thing to be cast.
Alright, well. Wait for confidant. Alright. You both wait for the 15 minutes until the sermon is done and your spell has been cast.
Wait. So mine would be finished 5 minutes before they end, because it's a 10-minute and 6-second casting time.
Alright,
that is dumb.
Anyway, your detect magic has gone off. You notice there is a bunch of magic by the by the gold, like more magic that you would usually think.
I will have walked in.
Yeah.
Because the range is annoying.
Okay. But basically, there's a whole bunch of magic right where the statue is, and littered throughout the gold.
Of what school, my friend? You learn its school of magic.
Mm.
If any, of course.
Yeah, it is basic magicry. It's like nothing too like basic magic from the school of magic. It's not like demon or any type of magic. It's just
So this is something that will be important because it could be enchantment, it could be evocation, divination, transmutation.
let's say
I get to know what school.
let's say transfiguration. Basically, they turn something into gold. As all the members of the church leave. Other than the one that needs to stay behind.
I'll nudge Doppel and say, transmutation. They've definitely turned something into gold. I have a feeling it's the statue of the woman.
The only ones that stay behind are the 3 new members and the one who was drunk that you met in the bar earlier. As the new members are lined up to the priest with the one who was drunk at the back.
I think we wait. We need to play this very slowly, I think.
So,
but I'm pretty sure it will get a bit interesting in a little bit.
So, the newcomer gives him tribute of 3 gold coins and leaves the church. The next newcomer gives him tribute of 5 gold coins and starts leaving the church. The last newcomer gives him a tribute of 10 gold coins and leaves the church. The drunk one that you met earlier in the bar, the main priest looks very upset with him, very angry, very like, why weren't you here on time? While the one that you were talking through, his face has gone completely white. His eye with a look like, I'm very sorry, this will never happen again, please don't do anything. Will you intervene?
So, I think this is about as good of a time as any. And I will go up to about 10 feet.
So about here.
Yeah. And we'll say, that was a good sermon. My friend.
Yes, it was a lovely sermon for our sea god. What? I am in the middle of dealing with this heretic. Can you please let me do this?
Well, give me a moment. I need to find words that make sense in my brain. My good friend. What Does missing one brain words? Does missing one instance really matter all that much?
It does. If he is loyal to the cause, he must be here at every sermon.
And yet, despite being late, he did show up.
He did. But he did not. He was not here from the beginning. As well as you two. Do not recognize you from these parts.
We heard rumors about your sermons and decided that we might as well see if they really are as good as they were said to be. We're travelers, you see.
Full persuasion. See if he believes you.
$18.
Alright. I guess that makes sense. But did you not come up for tribute? All visiting members and new members must give tribute of at least 3 coins.
And that's what I'm here to do. As I make my way up and hand over 4 gold coins.
As you hand him 4 gold coins, he puts it into the pile. Very well. Thank you for your tribute. Now can I go back to dealing with this heretic? Would you like to move as well, Death? Yeah, you want to move up as well? Yep, no worries. Deception plus 6. Well, I already gave you tribute, so let me roll for your perception. For your deception, 6, so 12. He believes that you already gave tribute, but looks at you closely to make sure that there is no funny business going around. Just gonna check on something. Yep, all good on that end. We can cut this out. It's all good. Okay. So, mighty adventurers, what do you do? roll inside on him. Alright. +5. 19, so 24. Yeah, he's a pretty evil dude. He's straight up cult leader. Is probably definitely going to murder the guy that's late if you don't intervene. And you can see under his hood that his face is like getting is bits of skull coming out of his face. Basically, like his top bit of his head, there's like skull showing a bit on his look. Like basically, half his face is missing of flesh and his skull, and is basically a skull with an eyeball popping out. While the other face looks like it's been untouched. Imagine Two-Face, but worse, where the other face is just a skull. Alrighty, welcome back.
I did
I
hear
just
that last bit, and I have some ideas.
Yep. Basically, the priest that you've been talking to is basically Two-Face but with a skull instead of the burnt face. Intervene? This is not your religion. This is not your place to intervene. There is nothing that you can say or do that will make me not give him the punishment he must deserve. Do you cast that on yourself or on the member? The member. So there's a copy of the member of. So there's two of them now, but one's your copy. And so we're not confusing anything. This is now the priest, the main priest. With the sword in his hand and the skull face. Going full on photo from the notchback of Notre Dame. Basically going, this religion is all or nothing. cast.
I think Unseen Servant has a decently long casting time.
Yeah, I think it does too. So that would you would have to
I'll check.
you would have had to cast that in advance, if I remember correctly.
It can be cast as an action. Interesting.
Okay, then never mind. You. Alright, the. So
Just
now.
remember to mark off your spell slots.
Yep, so you've done both of that, so he doesn't know which one is which now. He's looking at the two different members. They look exactly the same. He's going, "What trickery is this? Did you do this?" As he starts to walk up to you.
So, I will... Almost as if... Actually, no, I know what I'm going to do, I think. I'll let him walk past me, and then I'll walk up to the statue and cast Dispel Magic.
As you dispel the mask, the woman comes out of the statue like alive, with her face being almost unrecognizable and almost burnt off as she says, "How long have I been in there? What is going on? I was talking to the priest and then nothing."
I think what happened to you was just about to happen again. And I will turn around and look at the leader of the cult and say, "Now, my good friend, I think you've been misleading this religion."
What did you say? I have been doing exactly what the sea goddess wants.
And yet turning individuals into gold isn't exactly in her job description.
It is tribute for her, so she can make the seas pleasant again. As there is a kraken who has been destroying our waters because she has been unpleased.
I would like to insight that.
Sure.
Okay, the luck of my dice is slowing down. This is going well. So 14.
He seems pretty genuine about the kraken. Like he seems like he can. The kraken is a real, like actual thing. Like it's not just posturing. Like he's making that up.
And yet turning the members of the church into gold statues. Will that really be able to sustain the... what is it? Will that really be able to... Will that really be able to be sustainable? Will you be able to give consistent tributes if half of your church has already been given as tribute?
It will do what it will need to get the kraken away. Basically, he's full. The sacrifice justifies the means. There's nothing that you can do to convince him. As the woman just walks out of the church while he's distracted.
I give a look to Doppel, as if to say, do what you wish, I'll follow.
As the member and the statue just turn their backs to you two, not wanting to move to disprove, to just in case the church, just in case the leader of the cult doesn't wins and still wants to do something to them, as they're not brave enough to leave. Hold person on the cult leader. Alright. He tries to break out of it. +11 +2, so that's 13.
So 15. So the +2 does not get counted in this.
Okay.
For Doppel. Actually, I don't even know what your wisdom score is.
15
Wait,
plus.
what your saving throw is. Saving throw DC, whatever. Welcome to combat.
Yeah.
Momentarily. So, DC 14. So, 11 plus the 2 that you mentioned, Piebo?
Yep.
Fails.
So he is
He is
immobilized. He cannot move. He's going, why can't I move? The sea goddess is not going to be happy about this. I must please her to stop the kraken.
And yet, my friend, the Kraken has still been attacking despite all of these gifts. What is it to say that she... what is it to say that she is not the one causing this?
Well, who else could it be? It's the sea. The kraken came from the sea. She is the goddess of the sea.
And yet, there's more than just one god of the sea.
I believe she must be the one. She is. There's nothing that can this will stop her.
My good sir, I don't think you're exactly in the right space of mind, but I have a few questions for you. I would like to cast a Zone of Truth.
Alright, cast.
Charisma saving throw.
1.
Absolute failure. So he must only speak the truth, or basically not answer the question at all.
Yep. No worries. Alright, ask your questions.
So, Why do you believe that this is the right way to do things?
Well, it worked for my ancestor. 10 years ago, the same thing happened. The Kraken attacked. He 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 gave the gold plus a woman encased in gold, and the Kraken went away. And the sea goddess blessed us with a great harvest.
Sorry, give me a minute. Dog wants to go out.
No worries.
Okay, so... Now that's where you've gotten something wrong. The goddess of sea isn't particularly known for... Well, let me completely rephrase that, because I'm dumb. The goddess Thassa isn't known for providing a good harvest, as she is a member of the deep sea. She is the goddess of the deep sea, and as such, I think, for whatever reason, words are hard. Words are very hard.
It's all good.
I think for whatever reason, you have been misled by half-truths or deception.
Why would my ancestor lie? This has been told throughout my family.
I'd say now's about a good enough time for him to make another attempt at the hold person.
Okay. 18.
He is no longer held, so he will have a turn to do something.
He gets closer to you and then starts to swing his blade at you.
Roll to hit.
Seven.
Ting.
So it bounces off your armor, and he looks stunned as he goes, "I will. You will not make lies of my family."
We tried to do this peacefully.
Roll for initiative. Oh, let me roll for...
7, let's go.
So it's 19 for Denya. And then for my boss, it's not 17. So it's Denya, then it's Duck, then it's the police.
I'm last.
So,
I'm
yeah,
last in the initiative with
so,
my
yeah.
7.
So 1, 2, 3. So he's second.
So, as a note, abandoned, you do not... Well, you cannot cast any more spells that are leveled.
Yeah, sorry about
because
the...
of the spell slot system. So you can still cast cantrips, yes.
Alright. Cast Eldritch. Cancel Blast. What do I need to roll for that for you?
It's against armor class, D20 plus 6.
D20
To
plus
hit.
6. Okay. The priest gets a 1. And his armor is...
So that is a critical miss. So depending on how you want to roll that,
I'm gonna...
how you want to roll natural ones and natural 20s.
I'm gonna go with you accidentally hit your statue, and your statue disappears. So it's just the main guy left. The one he's trying to kill.
So, second blast for Eldritch Blast.
Alright, he rolls again. 19. So it hits him. So the damage is a D10, right?
Yep.
Okay. You get 1 damage off him. Anything else you want to do? Or can do?
So, you have a bonus action and movement.
So you could move closer to him, or closer to to the actual guy, so he doesn't go straight towards him, because his mind will be, you know. I'm gonna let you guys interpret it. I'm sorry. But he's pretty pissed. Let's just say that he is pretty. He was not expecting this today. Mirror illusion. Alright, what does that do?
Minor illusion.
Minor illusion.
In my opinion, minor illusion doesn't particularly work in this situation. Also, minor illusion's an action, I believe.
That
Give me
is.
a moment. Yeah, it's an action. You've already Eldritch Blasted this turn.
Alright then, I guess that's it. Unless you want to move. You want to go near him? Alright. You're right behind him. As the member that you're trying to save goes underneath the pews, so he doesn't get hit by anything, as he saw you destroy the clone statue of him. As the priest member swings his sword again at Ducks. Sorry, what's your character's name again, Duck?
Lafcadio. Or you can just refer to him as Boone.
He swings at Boone. A 5.
Once again. Twang.
As
just bouncing off.
As he turns around and starts going towards the member underneath the pews. Alright, it's your turn.
So, let's see here. So, would I have... Well, given that I've been face to face for a hot minute, would I get an inclination that he is undead?
Yeah. He
Now
is.
I need to...
He is undead. He's like half of his skull is showing. I think that's very class for undead.
I mean, I just need to be safe, because some things
Are just stylized
have a
choices.
vague appearance of being undead, but aren't actually undead. I mean, either way I was going to do this, but still. I would like to channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
Give me a moment, I need to find the dumb thing. I need to make sure I can still do what I want to do on my turn. So, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Nine.
Fail. I would like to now make my way, well, in front of the pew where the guy is. And do you have his challenge rating?
His challenge rating is medium.
So, D&D rules are inconvenient for the way you like to do your things. So, if his challenge rating is 1/2 or lower, he immediately turns to dust. So, I'm assuming he's higher than challenge rating 1/2. Because that's like the equivalent of a bear or something.
Yes.
So, he is considered... What is it? A creature must spend its turns moving as far away as it can from me. It cannot willingly move within 30 feet of me. It can't take reactions. And it will dash at any opportunity that it has.
Right. So it's basically going to go this way.
Yes.
We'll
On
find
its
out.
turn.
On its turn. Okay.
So I will then cast Spiritual Weapon, placed roughly where he will run off to.
Okay. We will... Just thinking, what can I use for a marker for that? Let's just say
Are
this
there
guy with
generic weapons?
Let's just say this guy with the sword is your spiritual weapon.
Until we find something better. Fair enough. So, yeah. And I will...
Go have a look. Whoa.
I
Continue
will
on.
say to Prince... Well, not Prince. Doppel, however you want his name to be pronounced, because I've never heard it spoken. That... Don't hit him until... Well, He's going to run directly away from me. Just don't hit him until then. We need security. We need to keep this guy alive. And that ends my turn.
Alright, it's back to the start of the round, so. Like doppelganger. Okay, doppel.
So, out of character, True Strike is the worst cantrip in the game, in terms of action economy. But actually, this is a time that it would actually make sense. Yes. Go right ahead.
Alright, cast it. What does he need to roll to...
It's not a roll, it's a buff
Okay.
spell, so...
Don't need to roll anything. Good to know.
I suggest that you stay away from the individual, but that's up to you on what you want to do.
Well, you two have basically pissed them off and not got much information other than the Kraken is attacking the fishing boats. Keep your distance.
There's other people we can converse with. As a note, the 3 people that aren't the lady would have left by this point.
Yeah, they have. It's just I'm being lazy and not taking them out of the scene.
It is, well, from my experience, it is important to move the minis. Otherwise, people will be stuck around, and
the ladies
you might misinterpret something.
Okay, well, there we go. Those are now out of the church. Which, this is the best thing I could think about best tiles, like things I could think that works for a church.
Fair enough.
As I
So,
built
True
this
Strike,
map
keep distance.
over different versions of the game.
So that, I assume, ends your turn.
Unless you want to cast anything or attack him or do anything else.
True Strike is an action, and they don't have access to any bonus action things that they can cast.
So I guess that's it.
With the lack of spell slots.
So it is now his turn. So he runs towards your spiritual weapon and gets hit by it.
No, he doesn't get hit by it yet, annoyingly. It's just there.
Okay, so he's right behind, just right ahead of your spiritual weapon. And he, because that's his movement for that turn, he starts praying. He starts praying to a sea god to come and help him. And that is his turn.
So my turn comes around. I need to just check wording.
I'll move this me too, because that's not going to be in play. I don't really need 2 dice here.
Okay. Wording is very fun. He is still under the effects of Zone of Truth.
Oh,
So, I'm going to ask him.
sure.
What is it? What do I want to ask? That is the real question.
What do you want to know? You can ask him anything. He has to tell you the truth. You got Wonder Woman's lasso of truth on him.
Pretty much.
Just it doesn't work for Batman because he believes himself to be Batman. So when you ask him
Yeah,
who he is,
that is pretty much how Zone of Truth works. You can either completely refuse to answer, or you can, or you have to tell the truth that you believe is the truth. I will ask why. Well, I am going to ask. Actually, do I have anything immediate that I want to ask? Right, I'm just going to say, directed at Doppel, if you've got any questions you would like to ask, now's a good enough time.
okay. Do you have any questions for him? Do the other churches know about this? The other churches know nothing. They think the Kraken is a myth, a legend. But I see the truth. The Kraken is here and is attacking us because of the sea god.
If he survives another turn, you can ask. Actually, that's a very good way to end the conversation. I will say this to him.
Wait. I will not kill him if you just let me go. I will not. He can go in peace, but if you just let me go. And you can take as much of the tribute as you want.
My apologies, my good man. However, if anyone's sparking heresy among the church, it's you. And I will have my sword, well, my spiritual weapon attack.
Yep.
Well, that's annoying. That's not the one I wanted the natural 20 on, but the natural 20.
Yep. So the spiritual weapon attack sure attacks the priest. Natural 20.
So do you want... Well, do you want to double the dice or roll twice for natural 20s?
Let us double the dice.
Easy, so 14 damage.
Alright, 14
Force damage.
Alright. He is barely clutching on. The other side of his face is battered and bruised. There's almost blood seeping out of his chest. Please, I will pay. I just want the Kraken to go away. Please, I'll pay you. Just please let me live.
I must say, the goddess I chose is almost contradictory in the way that the religion goes. So I am having a actual dilemma about whether I would kill him or whether I would leave him be, even if momentarily.
Alright, you want to kill him? And you want...
So, as a note, it is not because I don't want to stain my hands. It's because the goddess the goddess I'm aligned with is of victory and life. Two very contradicting statements. So I'm going to roll to see how I want to do this. So, I will say to the leader of the cult, we will do our best to hold the Kraken back. However, you have gone against the wills of the church. And based on, depending on how Thassa sees you, I hope she will let you rest in peace. As I cast... I will walk up directly in front of him and cast Word of Radiance.
Anything I need to roll for that?
Constitution saving throw.
20.
Ah! I'm so mad. Also, the turn undead is gone because he's taken damage.
So,
I'll quickly check wording. Yep, that's as intended. So, there's a slight look of recognition, I guess, for his sturdiness in combat. But at the same time, it's a case of you've turned against, well, you've gone against the wills of your, well, of the gods, and thus are yourself a heretic. And that will end my turn.
okay. He understands what you have said. As it is Duper's turn. As he is contemplating what you said.
I'll give a quick glance over, and more or less indicate that how you want to do it is up. Want to go through with it immediately, or whether we see, well, whether you want to deal with him, or whether it should be a religious figure sort of thing.
Leave them to the hounds of the religion of the other members.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not literal hounds, but
I mean, it might be. They're a small village. Still compelled to tell the truth.
The Kraken, he's been attacking all the trade ships coming in and out of town. We haven't had much in terms of food or supplies for months now. We're on our last rations as it is. The Church of the Kraken has been pestering us to join forces, but we would never. Just the ship has been complete. The ships were destroyed completely and sunk to the bottom of the ocean. There was no survivors, no wreckage. They just disappear into the depths. Completely gone. With the rest of the ship, we have nothing but very barely any supplies left. No, not myself personally, but I've heard of tales, and I have, and we have, and many one sailor has seen it, and has lived to see the tale. His name is Iron Solo. He lives just beyond the dock. I see that now. I am very sorry for my actions. As he seems quite somber as he's been thinking all of this. As you've been talking along, rethinking all of his choices up to this moment, on very little life left. So, will you leave and go find the captain?
He's been genuine. He's been very forthcoming. Though off kilter, this is an interesting situation.
I didn't want to give you something too easy to start off with. I wanted to give you some
Fair.
more. Wanted to do something interesting for the video, to be honest, because as I'm taking bits and pieces from the book, so don't expect it to be a one-for-one.
Yeah, that's fair. That is very fair. I've done the same. I will bow.
That would have been
down.
the captain at the end of the docks. Ask for iron shallows.
I will bow down and, almost as if in recognition for the effort he has taken, despite the fact that he's not particularly... Well, he's not the greatest priest, nor is he a great leader, but he's done the best he can with the information he has. We will do our best to hold back the Kraken.
Alrighty. So you both leave the church?
We just, well, just before I'm about to leave, I will say, if I can find what I wrote. May Thassa have mercy on your soul, and if push comes to shove, Temet Nu will accept you because, Temet Nu will accept anyone as long as they are honourable to those around them.
As he looks at you two, giving you a little bow, as he grabs his sword and stabs himself, killing himself and bleeding out.
May you rest in peace, my friend.
The church. As you see the woman that was stuck in gold and the 3 new members have been watching the entire thing happen. As the man that you saved from the bar rushes out to thank you and gives you 20 gold pieces each.
So, Doppel, he chose to... Well, he chose to die by his own hand. We have no right
to save.
Basically keep him alive. He did it of his own free will. And we got a lot of information out of him, so... I will drop all of the spells that I had active.
Alright, so goodbye to your... He'll just go into the ocean with the rest of them. I gotta figure out how to get rid of minis. But, thank you for watching this video. Thank you to my players. Links to all their socials in the description, and thank you for staying for the entire video. Hope you like, subscribe, do everything that you're supposed to do. See you all soon.
Fair. Lugia. Yeah, that makes sense.